Hello, Bridge Deer here, back with another episode of A Normal Lost Phone. Now, before we get into this video, I am going to put, a little disclaimer / update. I am back at my own apartment, not my friend's house anymore, so if you hear any background noises, it is because I'm in a different place. And also because my neighbors have their younger child over, and for the last 2 days that kid has been slamming on my ceiling very loudly. So if you hear thumping, no, it's not somebody dragging a dead body around, it's just a 4-year-old stomping up and down. Also, if you hear any car noises, I apologize. I have shut my window unlike the last video I had. But it still doesn't quite block out all the noise coming from the street. Apparently, right when I started recording, the garbage trucks decided to go around and make my day harder. The last apology for noise is that I'm also with my own cats, not my friend's cats. My friend's cats are very, very polite and were very quiet while I was filming, whereas my cats like to make as much noise as they possibly can. So there's that. And yep, see, right there. So we are gonna go right into this after all that. It's such a long intro compared to my other ones, but yeah, whatever. So we're breaking into this calculator app currently. Apparently it's not really a calculator. It's, I don't know, some kind of secret app that looks like a calculator. So it was supposed to be an important, it's an important number and or date. Something to do with that picture, I'm assuming, because that's kind of what, I don't know. It was on the forum. I assumed it was from the picture. Oh no, that makes no sense. But, hold on, let's see if I can, yeah, here's the Pride photos. But in the last episode, or not the last episode, I think it was, no, it was the last one. I sent this photo to, what's his name? Feel Free, there we go. And I bet it has something to do with the next puzzle. We already used this date. Yeah, this is gonna be a long intro. I mean,
2 hours later.
Okay, so the important place, is it referring to everybody, was that Pride Parade, and the only other thing I could find was this Covina. There's a zip code here, so 85922. Let's try that. 85922. So 85922. Hey! There we go. That took me a hot second. Okay. So it's a diary. Oh, I love how it actually looks like little notes, even though it's on a phone. So anyway, the first note we have here is I finally got a new phone to replace the one that got stolen. Okay, so that's what happened to his old phone. It works all right, but I've got mixed feelings about it. I lost all I had on my old phone, old pictures and messages. On the other hand, I like to think there's some meaning to losing it. Maybe it's the universe telling me, come on, it's time to start a clean slate, take your life into your own hands and start anew. Tomorrow there's a meeting for the support group for LGBT teens. Maybe I'll convince myself to go. So his old phone got stolen. That freaking sucks. I'm always worried my phone's gonna get stolen because I leave it places a whole lot. I can't count how many times I've just left my phone on top of toilet paper dispensers in public bathrooms. Yeah, okay, moving on. I went to the support group's meeting. I had to make up something for my mom to let me go. I told her I joined book club. She was so excited about it that she made a cake for me to bring. She really does everything she can to help me make new friends. Though if she knew the kind of friends I made here, I'm not sure she'd be baking many cakes. So the book club was actually a support group for LGBT people. Alright, so board games meeting was great today, but Melissa was so annoying afterwards. She threw yet another fit because of Alice. Yeah. I have to say, it bothers me that she gets so jealous. On the other hand, I absolutely cannot have Melissa meet Alice. Alice thinks I'm Samara, but to Melissa, I'll be Samuel. I'll always be Samuel to her. So that's why the two never met, obviously. I'll have to tell Melissa one day, but for now I just don't feel like I can do it. Plus, we've been together for 3 years, and she probably thinks it's together forever kind of deal. Me too, I'm head over heels for her, but I know she wouldn't be okay with Samara. Thankfully, Melissa doesn't want to have sex before getting married, because honestly, I really do not want to be naked in front of her right now. I don't feel comfortable enough with my body for that. Fair enough. I have really mixed feelings about Melissa at this point in time, because earlier I made a comment about how I didn't really trust Melissa or something along those lines in one of the episodes, and for context on that, I just thought Melissa was like cheating or lying or something like that. Turns out she actually seems to be fairly nice, except for being homophobic and transphobic. But today the support group people advised me to come out to Today, the support group people advised me to come out to at least one person I trust. I thought I could always talk to Alice about it this Sunday. She thinks I'm a lesbian since I told her about Melissa. She probably wouldn't take it badly if I admitted to her I was born Samuel. What a shitty day. I expected to come out to Alice today during our board games afternoon meetup. Not only did I not manage to do it, I also ended up withdrawing completely, stuck in my little shell. Lola, the stupid moron, told me she had to talk to me about something private. So apparently her boyfriend goes to the same school as me, and upon seeing his class photo, she recognized me, but like as Samuel. So obviously she asked questions. I tried to come up with something like having a twin and the likes, but I ended up splurting something, feeling embarrassed. She told me I could tell her the truth, being all, you know, Samara, you can trust me, with her teeny bopper voice. Turns out I told her everything. What a mistake! She took it way too bad. She told me I was a monster, that she didn't want me to come and play with them ever again. I just feel like dying. What the hell? Like, honestly, I don't even understand the stupid reaction from Lola. Like, oh, you're a monster. I'm like, really? Like, are you from like the 1960s and still thinks it's bad for women to wear pants? Like, anyway, I can rant about that. Whatever. Tomorrow's Trans Pride. I'm so excited I can barely sleep. Trans Pride was amazing. I just felt like I belonged for the first time in my life. No one to judge me. It was great, and Covina is just such a sweet city. I'd love to live there rather than in Melbourne. Seriously, Melbourne is the most bigoted city in the world. I'm pretty certain that half the population doesn't even know what LGBT stands for. Honestly, in a little ass town that I live in right now, I'm pretty sure that's the case. It was my dad's birthday today. We had a cozy evening. It was only my parents and Melissa. It was just unpleasant. They talked about queer couples' rights to adoption. How does that even come up? Like, I need to stop cutting in, but like, I just don't know how conversations like that pop up in completely irrelevant spaces. But like, it does. Anyway, I didn't know my parents were sort of I did know my parents were sort of closed-minded on the topic, and apparently so is Melissa. My dad is super homophobic, and I'll never dare come out to him. What a shitty day. I broke up with Melissa. We were going to meet up tonight to celebrate the new year, just the two of us. I thought it was going to be a relaxing evening, that she was going to be tired because of the flight. That didn't seem to be the case, like, at all. She even wanted to go out She even wanted to go all out tonight. To think she always told me she wanted to wait until getting married. All of a sudden, she sends me a pic of the lingerie she was going to wear tonight. I suppose she felt threatened by Alice and thought it was a way to keep me around for longer. But like, no way, I just didn't feel like I could keep lying to her. But I couldn't tell her the truth either. Yeah, it's that really, really thin line of it would seem easier just to tell the truth, but you don't really know if it would be, because if you open up and say something you can't take back, that person can do anything they want with it. And in a perfect world, it wouldn't matter. And, you know, people like Melissa would just be open-minded, and even if they didn't understand, they would still be willing to learn. But like, that's a perfect world. So moving on, Melissa's mom called. Apparently she tried to commit suicide on New Year's Eve. Fuck, I can't believe it. It's my fault. I'm so I was So fucking idiotic. I am the worst. I felt awful after hearing the news. I ended up calling Alice. I came clean, told her everything. She was terrific. It really did me good to finally tell her the truth, but it doesn't change anything about the fact I feel like crap because of Melissa. Shit, how could she do this? Okay, that got really heavy really quick. I don't know if it's gonna say in the next section. So that's why there was a gap in messaging. So Melissa told me I was toxic. Honestly, I do not deserve to live. Yeah, no, not appropriate. Like, just not appropriate at all. I mean, it's really hard, and something I had to learn was that you're not responsible for somebody else's actions to themselves, and that's really, really hard to process and think about like that. But yeah, I've been contacted by Loudnote who are interested in my music. I'm all joy and happiness, so it's a tonal shift, but it's a few days later. I signed up to a dating website today. Alice convinced me it was the best way to think about something other than Melissa. I'm not really sold. For starters, the website doesn't seem all open to homosexual or bisexual people. No way to check profiles of your own gender. I had to create 2 accounts to explore different profiles. I really wonder if this was a good idea. I don't even really know what I'm looking for. So that explains the 2 profiles. I have had it. I don't know how this day could have gone any worse. First, I learned by Tio that our parents have been lying to us for years, telling us my cousin Eric had joined a cult, which actually he just got kicked out when his parents discovered he was gay. Trying to come out in this fucked up family is out of the question. The second terrible news of the day is that Alice is leaving Maryland. I think I just slurred that, I'm sorry. She just got in for a semester abroad, She just got in for a semester abroad. It should be at her dream university, and she's leaving very soon. My one and only support in this shitty city is leaving. I can't even bring myself to be happy for her, even though I know I should. That's fair enough, because you really should process your own emotions before opening your mouth, to be honest. I mean, some bad things can happen if you're upset and you just let that take over. In 2 days, I'll be 18. I'm not a believer, but today I prayed for something to happen. I just want somebody to tell me, don't mind the others, erase them all from your life. Don't keep anything from the present. Don't keep anything from the present. Okay. Leave your boy wardrobe in Melryn. Throw away your phone and leave to start anew somewhere else. There, we just passed minute. I've been 18 for 5 minutes now. I don't have to rely on my parents anymore. I'm an adult. I wish I could say a brave, independent adult person, but it's more like a trans adult stuck in Melryn. It seriously seems like I stay one more day in this town, I'll do something wrong. Okay, so that was the end, and then it triggered this email. Okay, thought I did something. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. I got confused for a second. So this is to Alice. I'm writing from the computer room of the Covina LGBT Center. I just got there and I'm planning to rebuild my life there. Hey. So it's showing up on the phone, but he's actually writing from somewhere else. It's a decision I kind of made on a whim. I really couldn't stand my life in Melryn. I was suffocating there and you were really my only support. So when you told me you were leaving Melryn, I got depressed. In truth, you're right. I attached too much importance to dates, especially signs from fate, and I was waiting for a sign, just something. And guess what? My birthday present was a motorbike. Oh, how could I not see it as a sign? Me, looking for a way to leave. I said I was going for a ride and got away. I feel so relieved to be gone. I wanted to erase every trace of my old life where I couldn't recognize myself. So I threw away my phone without thinking. So, well, I can't call you, but that was dumb. I'll mail you my new number, promise. Sorry, that loud noise, if it picked it up, was my cats falling off a cat tree. On the other hand, my phone wasn't locked and anyone could find it. That really bothers me. I don't want people searching it. Those are only traces of an old life and an old me I can't even recognize anymore. Whoops. Like, he literally just tossed it. Hi, Sam. I'm glad you were able to gather your courage and leave to rebuild your life, even if I'll be very far from now on, you can still count. I mean, when things go wrong, don't worry about your phone. Most likely someone will find it, erase all the data, and keep the phone for themselves. After all, it's still an almost brand new phone. If it's someone with good intentions, they'll want to look around a bit to return it to its owner. And when they look around, I'm sure they'll understand the reasoning you left and will decide to erase all your data. To erase every trace of your escape. So it's hinting, I believe, that I should erase the phone. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. And there is a button for that I didn't find. So, I mean, I'm assuming that's what it is. What happens if I just do this? Do you really want to erase all the data on this device? Warning, that actually cannot be done. Accept. And that's it. Okay, that's the game. That was, I unlocked an achievement. That was actually fairly cool. I like that. It was really cute. Well, not cute. You know what I mean. Yeah, I really liked it. It was a pretty decent storyline, to be honest. It kept me on my toes. I do like the subject matter on which it's on. But yeah, we're just going to call that good. Thank you for watching. I wanted to add a little bit more of my thoughts in the end, but really I just can't get them together enough to speak. As I said, it was a really nice story. I really like the setup. Yeah, it was just really nicely written. The only little critique I would have for it is that possibly release another version with dyslexic friendly font, but since this game is from 2016, I doubt that will happen. But yeah, that's the end of Normal Lost Phone. Everyone stay safe, stay as healthy as you can, and I will see you in the next playthrough of whatever I decide to do. Have a nice day.